Hello everyone and welcome back to the Ivy League Digital Network. I'm Matt Panto. When we launched the Ivy League Digital Network back in September, one of the first goals was to bring you all the live content that you've received in the first couple of months since its launch. Well, today we open up a new chapter of the Ivy League Digital Network known as Authentic Ivy. Your look at current student athletes, past student athletes, coaches, and administrator, giving you that in-depth look into the Ancient Eight. And today we start with Dartmouth long-distance runner Abbey D'Agostino. She's recently an Ncaa champion, and she recently joined us via Skype on the Ivy League Digital Network. Abby, thanks so much for joining us today. Really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Abby, take me inside your Dartmouth experience so far. Describe your Dartmouth experience thus far and your time in Hanover.
Yeah, it's an incredible school, and and I chose it because I love the school. Not just the team and the running experience there. And one thing I love about it is that I really had to focus on, as every student athlete does, but especially at Dartmouth, that balance between work and school. And I've learned a lot. I don't think still that I've mastered it, but I've come a long way from freshman year. And just a great community too of people, even outside the team, of course. And I just really appreciate the sort of laid back, outdoors oriented nature of the campus, and it's beautiful. I have no complaints.
Abby, take me back to that college decision. Why Dartmouth?
Yeah, well, it didn't originally. It sort of blended in with the other. I knew I wanted to be at an Ivy League school, but it wasn't until I went on my overnight visit the fall of my senior year and when I met the team and kind of lived the Dartmouth life for a couple days that I felt at home. And for me, I really I wasn't exactly sure what I wanted, so I was looking for that feeling. And when I went and sat down to make my decision, my dad always said, go for make a pros and cons list, and if you find yourself cheating on one school, then that's the school in your heart that you want to go to. And that's what happened with Dartmouth, and I made the decision and never looked back.
You just mentioned that you wanted to go to an Ivy League school. Why an Ivy League school? What stood out about the Ivy League?
Well, I think the biggest thing is that academics and athletics is a first second behind academics. And it was not only that I wanted, I also was drawn to the nature of teams that where scholarships weren't involved. Mm-hmm. So I just felt a strong difference, even just talking to coaches at the scholarship schools. And I didn't like the idea of intra-team competition or anything like that. So yeah, those were the two biggest things that drew me to Ivy League.
Abby, let me take you back to the day of the Ivy League Heptagonal Cross Country Championships. Just a great day, obviously, for you grabbing the individual win. But what struck me afterwards and talking to you was how happy you were for your teammates. Take me back to that day, if you don't mind.
Oh my gosh. I mean, it was one of those things we knew was coming. Before the race, we kept talking about how, we were mentally and physically ready, and we just wanted to do it. We knew we had what it took, and we knew we'd come together. So it was so exciting to see all our hard work finally translate, because for the past couple of years now, we knew we had the talent. Our workouts were just really demonstrated that so much more than our race performances. So yeah, to finally, especially after being in 7th last year and coming off so many injuries, it was just a whirlwind, incredible day.
And then I'm going to ask you to take your humble shoes off for a second. You're crowned Ncaa cross-country champion. I know how much the cross-country season means to you. Take me back to your emotions of that day, if you will, and just what it meant to you individually to come away as an Ncaa champion.
Yeah, it's probably one of the most rewarding individual wins I've had, because cross country is my favorite season, and for so many reasons. But yeah, especially after being so close these past couple of years, it was really cool to finally be able to completely trust myself and to make that last move. At a course that I've been to before, and so many, family members, and everyone was there, it seemed like. So that was just the most amazing day.
Abby, do me a favor, characterize a typical Abbey D'Agostino day for me, start to finish. What does it go through in semester? Describe a typical day for Abbey D'Agostino.
Yeah, most days I'll wake up and do a shakeout run, like 20, 25 minutes right away, literally roll out of bed and go out the door. Campus is silent. And then I'll come back, have breakfast in my room, stretching and, that stuff. And then I'll go, we only take 3 classes at a time. So some days I'll only have 2 classes and get those done in the morning, grab lunch, do a little studying before practice at 3. Practice is usually like 3 to 5, and then we'll go right to dinner. And then I'll either go to the library and study, or, recently I've been going back to my dorm to do work, and then lights out at around 11 o'clock. So then repeat.
Abby, a little more than midway through your senior year up in Hanover at Dartmouth. Take me through your future goals, your future aspirations once your time at Dartmouth is complete.
Yeah, I'm definitely hoping to run professionally next year. I've decided to really put my eggs in that basket for now, and not sure of details yet. I'm going to keep my options open, but I'm going to give it a go while I'm still young and can do that. So, maybe pursue a higher degree later on, but as of now, not next year.
Abby, you strike me as someone that would be very community-oriented and involved in the community. What types of things are you doing in the community? It seems like you love to give back. What types of things are you doing to keep busy in the community?
Well, one thing I just started last year involves running. It's called Girls on the Run. It's a national organization. I don't know if you've heard of it. But just basically focused on girls and healthy, healthy eating, healthy lifestyle, empowerment, those sorts of things, anywhere from like 3rd graders to middle school to high school. So love doing that. That's a program in the spring.
Abby, when you take a look back at these 4 years, what's going to stick out the most about your time at Dartmouth?
Yeah. I always say like that when it comes time to like finals and I have to make the decision about like, how I'm going to deal with that balance. I know that like I'm going to remember, like, as important as academics are, it is like there does have to be like a certain amount of sacrifice, or, in terms of the classes that I choose, I have to choose ones that are not, don't have a crazy like final schedule. But it's worth it because I really do remember, the emotions of these like championship experiences with the team and individually, and it's just been like such a shaping part of my experience at Dartmouth. So yeah, it just like encompasses everything that I am involved with on campus, and I like to think of myself as, I like to do as many things as I can, but we always, and Coach always reminds us, like, you can only do a few things really well. So I try to just do my best in these areas, and hopefully it will pay off.
Abby, trust us when we tell you that you've done a lot of things very well. Thanks so much for taking some time out and being just a great representation of the Ivy League. Appreciate you taking some time to talk to us today on the Ivy League Digital Network.
Thanks so much.